So what we got here is a vast conspiracy against America. You see, what happens is, Daddy, when's my go-kart gonna be done? When's my mini bike gonna be done? Well, Mama done took the car out and went shopping. Daddy ain't got a car. He's 15 miles from the AutoZone, and he got kids crying, and it's gonna scar that child for the rest of their life. And then ain't no wonder I'm so wicked. I gotta listen to that all day long. Some days, I'd almost trade him for a woman. Say, Love Child, what are you doing today? Well, I'm doing a reviewing is what I'm fixing to do. And what we got inside of here is what you call a Massimo mini bike. Now, I couldn't pronounce that word when I first started, but I was dating this Pentecostal girl, and she showed me how to say that. And so, but I think she said Massimo or Massimo. But anyway, she could say it all kinds of different ways when she got in the right spirit. Elmer, come here, boy. Come here, Elmer. Say hello to everybody, Elmer. There's Elmer. He's gonna help me unbox it. You know, everybody's got to have an assistant. Well, I got Elmer, and so he's gonna help us unbox it today. So this is what we're fixing to do. We're fixing to unbox this thing. And Elmer Hall's son, what did you do to the camera, boy? These people here expect a high quality video product, and there you are hogging the camera, boy. That's my boy here. You gonna help me out, Elmer? Here, help me out, Elmer. Elmer, here you go. I got something for you, buddy. He gonna help me out right now. Here you go. He's gonna dispose of this for me. Ain't that right, Elmer? Look at the strap. Look at this. There you go, buddy. There you go. Take that thing and go. I tell you what, he's a handy little tool. He'll chop that up in a million little pieces. And by summertime, you won't even know it's there. Got 2 more straps to go. You ready? Anyhow, this is a Massimo 200 something or other. I'm going to get the book out, and we're going to see exactly, I forget what it is, 200M, 200S, 200 something. It's 196cc. And I don't know how these people do it, but I got this thing from Walmart for $699 plus Alabama tax delivered to my door. Delivered on a semi-truck with a 45-foot trailer. I'm out here in the barn. Did I say I'm out here in the barn? I'm out here in the barn. Everybody's got to have a good barn. Okay, are you ready to see what there is to see? I do all this in one take. I know it's hard to believe, but I do this all in one take. All right, so I'm fixing to undo this box here and see what we got. And this is going to be a Massimo 200 mini bike, because I feel like I'm born to be wild. There's a pair of gloves Elmer's been trying to steal all day long, and there's a couple hoods off of 1970 Camaro if anybody needs one. If not, I'll make a dog box out of them or something, you know. We repurpose everything around here. But anyhow, that's how it is when you're poor like me. Anyway, you ready to see what it is? See how it's packaged. Remember, folks, now this box here, when it come off the big semi-truck, we did open the back of it and make sure there was a hole on the other side and everything looked good. So you ready? That's for the first time. We all gonna look at this together, right? Here's your Massimo 200 mini bike. There we go. There's what we got. There you go. And they do a good job. They take the frame. They take the little mini bike. They stick it in this metal frame, and it's all good. And the other side should be just as well. So I'm gonna get this cardboard off of here and help Elmer dispose of it. Elmer, I got a project for you, buddy. You get on out here, son. I'll be right back. I had a chance of getting a pretty girl to be my assistant today, but Elmer does such a more efficient job of getting rid of things for me. And besides that Pentecostal girl, she ain't allowed to wear bikinis. So ain't gonna be no girl in bikini today. So my assistant is gonna remain Elmer, and look what a job he does. That boy right there, he's talented, man. So let's get on back to what we're looking at here, all right? So I had to stop him from ripping up the packaging slip. Well, he did rip it up, but anyway. So it comes nice and neat in this in all this plastic. I'm just showing you what you get when you buy one of these. They got it tied in here with these little wire ties. And like I said, I'm looking at the frame on the other side. Everything's good and in shape. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to untie it and keep you from getting dizzy. I'm going to, Elmer, yes, you need some assistance, boy. All right. Somebody said we want to see more Elmer, less of you. Well, there you go. You get your buttload of Elmer. Elmer loves screwdrivers. He can do amazing things with screwdrivers, but he better let that one alone. Elmer, you need to get back to work, son. All right, I'm going to get back to work. I'm going to get this crate off of here, and we're going to see what else we got. Hey, just enjoy the scenery. Look at that boy. He built like a brick, man. If you're a dog lover, then you're in hog heaven. Elmer, you might find something back there you don't like. Well, good luck, Elmer. We'll be right back. So it looks like all you need to get this cage loose is a 9/16 inch wrench and some kind of ratchet. And I'm loaded for bear on ratchet today. You gotta love these Milwaukees or anything like them. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna work on the, yes, Elmer, you get me in the right direction, okay? Elmer, get me in the right direction. I'm just gonna take and, I'm gonna take this thing off. The way it's made, it's bolted on this bottom, there's a frame, and I'm just gonna undo everything on the bottom and try to lift that off of there. I ain't never done this before. So that's what we're gonna try to do and see how it works. That's right, Elmer. Come on, boy. Help me out, Elmer. I got this on there right, boy. I tell you, Elmer, you are worth your weight in gold, man. I tell you. What would I... Elmer, now I'm your daddy. You can't be doing that. That's called incest, man. Elmer. Ain't allowed to do that stuff on live TV. So, I will finish taking off the rest of the frame from the bottom, and then we'll see what we got when I get that far. Alright, I'll be right back. That's the right way, and look at there. I got about probably $9-10 worth of nuts and bolts right there. I'm already making money on this acquisition. So anyhow, I've loosened up all the frame, and it can pull right off, and it does. And I'm glad that thing's in a plastic bag so we don't scratch nothing. And so here I got some scrap metal. There's, you know, I'll make a dog box out of it. So there we go. Elmer, I got something for you to get rid of, buddy. Where's my assistant at? Alright. So, let's get on to the next step. And that's we're going to undo the plastic on it. Now looky here, this thing it was tying all this together. Now you know somewhere, somehow, there's a beautiful woman can take this right here, and she gonna bend it around, and she gonna hang a flower pot. This is a gift that keeps on giving right here. So you take these little wire doodads off, and you can think about your next flower pot acquisition. And, I just dropped on my tools. Elmer? That wasn't even Elmer, did that? I can't even blame Elmer. So I'm going to be right back. I got to pick up a whole drawer of tools. So I can't say enough about how well this thing's packaged so far. Not so much my drawer of tools. I better pick those up before Elmer sees them, because he likes tools. Elmer loves tools. So what we got going on here, this is the motorcycle, or the mini bike. And get to see it for the first time in better glory. And it looks like we're going to be putting on a front wheel. We're going to be attaching the back shocks, and that should be the gas tank in there. And that's your back fender. And we'll have to put on a front wheel, back shocks, front wheel. Elmer, I got a little job for you, buddy. Get that out of here. Alright. So let's get on to the next part of it. It's starting to get dark out of here, but if it does, we'll finish this tomorrow. Oh, there's a fender right there. There's the front fender. Alright, Love Child will be back once he gets something else accomplished. And the reason I'm showing y'all this, there are people that watch these videos, really want to see what you're getting, seeing what shape it's going to come in. And so far, this thing looks good to go. It's fine. Feels like that there may be some, I don't know if there's anything else keeping it on that frame, but I'll let you know if there is. And let me start on a few things, get some air in the tires, and see what else we got. But there's people that want to know about this stuff because they're thinking about buying one. So let's yeah, I'll get back to the gas tank and everything in a minute. Alright, this is a minor miracle. First of all, I like this little set. Now that's a 3/8 inch drawer right there, and it's a minor miracle because all them tools scattered on the floor, and none of them rolled down underneath of there. I was walking around looking for the 9/16, and then, oh, you dummy, it's on the ratchet. It's rough being a love child. But I thought this would be a good time to go ahead and open up the box before I get into anything else. Let me lay you down. No, I ain't talking to that Pentecostal girl. She slapped me. I talk like that. Maybe. I need to leave that poor girl alone. But you know, it makes me mad when I'm out with a woman who got longer hair than me. You know what I'm saying? It make you mad too. I think I'm gonna start going out with chicks that ain't got no hair hardly. You know what I mean? But I thought, you know, that would be a good time to go ahead and open up this box. This is a barn, folks. This is a barn, okay? This is what a barn looks like. And there's a spark plug wrench. Let's just see what's in here. There's the manual. It's a Massimo. Still don't know what it is. It's a Massimo something or other. And there's your gas tank in there. Anyhow, we ain't gonna read that manual. That looks like that's gonna be the things for the handlebars. We used to have a technical name for those when I put Harley Davidson together. I don't know if I can get this together. And here's your gas tank. Elmer, got something else for you, buddy. Sorry about driving y'all crazy, but there ain't nothing fake here, baby. So there's your gas tank. Ain't that beautiful? There you go. He's on the job. That boy, he's on the job. Everybody needs an assistant like him. I wonder what he looked like in a bikini. You know what I'm saying? Oh, crap. I just dropped something else. All right, let's get back to some more. The rest of the barn over there, he's getting into something. All right, we've got two issues. Here on the, where the shocks mount. This one here is a 5/8 nut. This one here, they give me a 11/16, so they don't match, which is not a big deal, but kind of stupid. And then I had to take a C-clamp and put it on this shock because this little sleeve right here was sticking out. Just letting you know what I encountered. And so I had to take that C-clamp and press it back in. So, stupid little stuff like that. I looked through the paperwork. I don't see any kind of title. And I'm not sure. Some places give you titles with these. I could be wrong. So, I can't be wrong because I'm not married. But if I were married, there's a chance I could be wrong. At best, I'm just mistaken. So we'll see. Might be some paperwork I hadn't found yet. I'll keep working on it. Just letting you know what I've run into so far. It's getting dark out, but that's okay. We can get it done. So I'm going to go ahead and air up the back tire while the front tire's off. That way it'll still stay flat on this frame. And I've got the valve on there. It's kind of close to the drum, but you can put something straight on there. And we'll see if it takes air. And of course not. We'll try one of these numbers real quick. Of course not. So I will show you how I will fix that. I'll be right back. Alright, just for the fun of it, Love Child's going to be a genius, and he's going to go ahead and fill up the front tire. And it's just little stuff, but you want to have it, you know. Yeah, no valve stem. So you know what? It's just not worth the aggravation tonight. So I will attempt to get this thing out of this crate, jack up the back wheel, put a valve stem in here, get the back wheel to take air. I'm just letting you know what I'm encountering. And it's stupid stuff. Just stupid stuff. But that's what happens in this world. Pass it on to the next guy, I reckon. Yeah, I'm not. Who knows? If it said made in USA, it'd probably be about the same thing. So I ain't gonna pick on nobody. So what we got here is a vast conspiracy against America from China. Because somewhere there's some little kid waiting for Daddy to finish building his mini bike, and Daddy ain't got no valve for his tire, and the back tire's flat, and he got to fix it. Now, not everybody is mechanically inept or mechanically adaptive as a Love Child. So I can handle this, but it's still aggravating this dog spit. So I got me a valve stem, and we're going to stick it in the hole. We're going to stick it right in the hole, right? You gotta put the male member into the female member and stick it in the hole. And then you gotta get something like this right here, and you gotta, I can't see. And then you gotta take and spin it around. You gotta shake, rattle, and roll. And then you tighten the valve stem. Tighten the valve down in the valve stem. Okay. This is the stem. The little thing I put in there is the valve itself. So don't y'all, y'all probably call an engine the motor. You know what I'm saying? So then, yeah. So again, as we go along with this vast Chinese conspiracy, you see what happens is, Daddy, when's my go-kart gonna be done? When my mini bike gonna be done? Well, Mama done took the car out and went shopping. Daddy ain't got a car. He's 15 miles from the AutoZone, and he got kids crying, and it's going to scar that child for the rest of their life. And then when Mama gets home, Daddy's going to dog cuss her because she been out with the car all day shopping, and all he needed was a valve stem, or a valve, to put in the valve stem. And what else I'm going to show you to fix that back tire, because these Chinese are doing it on purpose. They didn't get us with the flu, you know what I'm saying? So now they're trying to destroy the whole moral fiber of the family. So let me go ahead and shove this male member into this female member right here and put the juice to it right here. Ready? Let's see if it holds air. I'll be dipped in spit. It said it hold there. They said 12 pounds, and that's about 15, close enough for me and all my Latino friends, you know what I'm saying? Alright, let's get this back tire straightened up. I'll be right back. Dadgum, Chinese are killing me. These people need to know what we're doing, Elmer. This is highly important. Nope. Elmer. So anyhow, here goes part 2 of the Chinese conspiracy on tires. And what you got is a flat tire back here, won't take no air because the bead on the wheel, it ain't seating right, okay? So anyhow, yes, Elmer, he's here to encourage me. This is a good boy right here. I'll rent him out to you real cheap. So what I've had to do, it's either this or take the wheel off and go down to the Latino tire shop. So without having to take the wheel off, I got what you call a ratchet strap right here. I got it wrapped around the wheel. Now I'm gonna go ahead and crank the dog mess out of it. Alright. Try to get that tire to push itself up against that rim. And we'll see if we can make that happen. Now where's our air hose there, Elmer? You didn't chew it up, did you? Now let's see what happens with this. If I can find the valve stem. It's here somewhere. I tell you what, it's rough being a love child. But if we get lucky, we'll hear something go pop and not go boom. Elmer, they trying to hurt you, Daddy. They're trying to kill me, Elmer. They are. They're trying to kill me. Elmer, you ready? 1 for the money, baby. 2 for the show. And this one does have a valve in it. I checked. Watch out, Elmer. This could get rough. Well, guess what? It still ain't happening. So we're going to crank her down some more, boys. Well, son of a brick. Elmer, help me out, buddy. Well, I'll be dipped in dog mess. It's got a valve stem in it. It's got the valve in the stem, but it ain't tight down. Just give me a second. All right, Elmer, you ready for touchdown? Speaking of touchdown, is Alabama going to win that game? You ready, Elmer? It's taking air. Elmer, watch yourself, boy. Watch yourself, boy. Elmer, get out the way. It says we got 20 pounds in there. So let's see what happens. I think we got it. Thank you once again, Wuhan Laboratories. And ow, son of a brick. Now watch undoing that. You're going to hurt yourself, dummy. I think I broke a fingernail. All right, I'm on to the next process here. And that's going to put the handlebars on. Now, the handlebars sitting on the other side, and they got them wired up to the some kind of cable or something. But anyway, you take the wire off, you move that. Ah, son of a frick! You ain't no wonder I'm so wicked. They got them wired up over here too. I mean, son of a gun. I ain't eaten Chinese for a year. So you get the handlebars out, and you got to figure out how everything's going to go. And they're going to sit up there like that. And then you got your handlebar risers, or the part. It ain't really a riser, but we can change that. So you take this doodad right here, and I think actually I got all of them. I was surprised. And you put the bolts in, and that's if the bolts don't cross thread into the highly cast metal. Yeah, you know what's going on here. Okay, here we go again. I'll be right back. I'm sure all of y'all remember Reverend Ike. Well, you know, he used to say, you can't lose with the stuff I use. Now, Love Child's going to give you a tip here, going to save you all kinds of money. You watch all them other fancy YouTube channels and all them DIY folk, they don't know the tail holder from a hole in the ground. Anyhow, I got a situation here. I'm going to use some old cheap furniture polish you buy at the dollar store for about $1. Right? First of all, it smells good. Makes good underarm deodorant. Right? I mean, you can't lose with that. I mean, even Elmer likes the smell of it. Don't you, Elmer? Even Elmer likes the smell of it. But here's the situation I got. You know, I can do like some people and buy a $50 can of Kroll or $20 can of this or that. But no, here's what I got. You like puzzles? Do you like puzzles? Well, here's what we got today. See if I can get you focused in. We got 4 bolts and 4 holes, and none of them want to do right. So I'm gonna have to sit there and work the dog mess out of them. All right. That's right. That's right. Thank you once again, China. Going to try to find at least 2 bolts that will run in there halfway. And I just have to sit and work them back and forth. And if there's always that probability I'll have the joy of stripping one out and having to tap them and buy 4 bolts. But anyhow, let me work these a bit. So here's my tip for the day. Save yourself a lot of money. You're not doing something here that requires a high velocity. Just spray a little bit of this furniture polish in there. Spray it on your bolt. Trust me, it's a lubricant. It'll make you smell better, and it will work just fine. Save some money. Listen to Love Child. How's it going? Well, on a scale from 1 to 10, Massimo, you suck. Because I've got that bolt to where it's completely bottomed out, and ain't no way it ain't even tight. I mean, I've got that. Are you kidding me? You know, I have built all kinds of motorcycles and hot rods in my lifetime, and if you expect some poor nerd with a college education to be able to put this thing together with a bunch of screaming kids, dude, forget about it. And if you have somebody at a dealership put it together, they're probably going to put a torque wrench on there, torque the dog mess out of it, and your kid's going to hit a bump and the handlebar's going to fly everywhere. I'm just telling you what to expect, folks. I'm keeping it real. I'll sit here and play chess with these bolts a little longer, and probably, you know what's going to happen. I'm going to be headed to the store somewhere and have to buy brand new ones, blow out another $10 worth of Biden jet fuel in my Buick Roadmaster. I'll be back. I promise, someday, sooner or later. You know what? Let's just go ahead and beat this horse to death. Here's what I got. Now, I'm a big boy, and that's a big old Craftsman wrench. And that one there is almost as tight as you can get it. You see how much meat I got on there? This one's barely in there. I mean, so what do you do? What do you do? I've lubed and loved on it, and them things, that's probably 10 foot-pound I'm having to crank right there. And they only supposed to go to 20 pound. Let me beat this horse to death, will you? So if I wore the issue out yet, it's Christmas morning. Man, maybe it's Christmas Eve, and Dad's already done had about 4 or 5 beers, and he's having to put all this crap together. And Home Depot's going to close in about 10 minutes. So he knows he shouldn't, but he done hauls ass. Did I say the bad word? He hauls rear end down to Home Depot, gets a DUI, trying to get down to Home Depot to buy some bolts to fit this thing. You see what they're doing to America? Do you see what they're doing to America? So on further investigation, the male member, the female member, don't have an opening on the bottom, so it's bottoming out. And so, here we go. Thank God I'm sober. It's not Christmas Eve. But you poor gentlemen, if you buying one of these for your kid, you just need to go ahead and plan on it being a 3-day job. And you better buy an extra car, something to drive, because your wife ain't going shopping otherwise, and you don't want her all mad. Y'all end up arguing and getting a divorce over a stupid mini bike. I'm not impressed so far with this, what you call quality control from this Massimo, whatever. So what I'm gonna do is I've got it fairly well bottomed out. I put a piece of string or a piece of tape right there, and that'll basically show me the depth going. You see how this one's colorated a little bit? That's about the depth you got to work with. And I'll go get some bolts that are that size, just a whole lot shorter. I guess I could sit there and grind them off, but I got to go to the store anyhow. So yeah, Dad, if you're going to put one of these together on Christmas Eve, don't drink. And you better start early, because you're going to be running to Home Depot probably a couple times. Better hit AutoZone on the way there. Thank you once again there. Thank you all. Here's a spoiler alert. I'm not real impressed with anything on this so far. I said I'm not running to Home Depot, ain't got time. So I double lock washer it on the top. I'm supposed to go to 20 foot-pounds torque. Feels like I'll break it off before it hits 20 pounds. So I'm gonna tighten her down and let her go. Does it look good? No. Is it safe? No. Would I put my kid on it? No. But I'm dumb enough to ride it. You ought to have seen some of the trash I've ridden. Anyway, once again, I'm just letting y'all know what joy you're about to have. See ya. Well, you know what they say, from the mouth of babes. I caught Elmer out there trying to destroy all the instruction manuals and everything. And I stopped him. But I think maybe he's trying to tell me, Daddy, quit while you're ahead. Or maybe just throw away their instructions, because they ain't been right about nothing so far. So, anyhow, let the fun continue. Elmer, thank you for your advice. That's a good boy right there. What are you doing, Elmer? Oh, he's scoping it out, man. He's checking it out, keeping me safe. Elmer's a good boy. On the bright side, here's your front suspension bolts. They recommend 35 foot-pounds of torque. I've torqued those, and they didn't break off. That's nice. Down here's a jack shaft. It is held on by this. It's got this plastic cover held on by these 4 clips, 2 on the top, 2 on the bottom, and it's got a castle nut, and then there's a cotter pin. They recommend 18 to 20 foot-pounds on it, and it was actually already torqued, so that's good. I'm going to suspect that the guy that put the parts in this thing is not the same guy who put it together. And if that's the case, then we might have some easy sailing now. Let me go on to the front wheel, I think, next. I'll be back in a minute. So anyway, I, being the genius that I am, I went ahead and put the fender on before I fooled with the wheel. I don't guess it would have mattered. Again, me being the genius I am, I'm tired of picking this thing up, so the official tire popper upper strap, I use that to elevate this little mini bike a couple inches. I run the axle in there. They give you the axle and they give you 2 spacers. I could be wrong, but I know I'm right. I put the spacers in between the wheel and the lower leg. They don't give you no kind of washer on the outside, so we'll see how that works. There's the other one. Of course, when you get it about where you need it, you're going to have to do a little bit of prying to get that last spacer in. So I'll put a nut on it, and I'm going to torque that to 35 pounds. Their great instruction manual, the part that Elmer didn't rip up, it says, don't say what you tighten it to, but since I tightened the other suspension bolts to 35, I'm going to go at least 35 on this. Okay, that's the front end. Well, you say, Love Child, how's it going now? Well, got the front wheel on, got the fake gas tank on, got everything tightened according to their specs that Elmer hadn't ripped up. And folks, this is all I'm doing on this episode. You're just going to have a part 2. Is it aggravating? Some of the quality control and not having what you need? Absolutely aggravating. Have I given up on this being a decent mini bike? Absolutely not. I think it'll be, in the end, I think it'll work out. I'm hoping. I'm showing you what you're going to get into. Now, next episode, I'll let it down. I'll do the oil thing. We'll start it up. We'll tighten the chain, and we'll take it for a ride and see how it hauls around this fat 240 pound, this hunk of burning love right here. You say, Love Child, how you gonna get that thing off of there? Well, again, I'm gonna take my tire fixer upper, and I'm gonna jack this thing up, and I'm gonna grab the back end, and I'm gonna roll this card out from under it, and voila. All right, that's all done. Anyhow, I'm gonna get out of here. Tornado watch is in effect right now. Welcome to Alabama. Wish me and Elmer the best, and we wish you the best. And keep that old tornado out of here. And we'll be back. We're gonna finish this up. We're gonna do the first start. Gonna do the oil change. Gonna tighten the chain. Gonna make sure everything like it needs to be. And like I said, it's gonna be a good mini bike. Got it for a spectacular price. But if you're daddy of the year, you want to drink some beer on Christmas Eve, you might want to put this together. Get your old lady to put it together, okay? She don't do nothing else, sits around the house all day long, right? Just drink your beer Christmas Eve and tell the old lady to get it done. If it ain't done when the kids wake up Christmas morning, blame everything on her. You guys ought to know it's always a woman's fault. Ask Jimmy Buffett. All right? It's always a woman to blame. But today it's a Chinese woman to blame. We love you. We'll be back for part number 2. Be safe. Merry Christmas from me and Elmer. Elmer, come here. Come here. Elmer says, hey. Elmer says, hey. Okay, boy. We're out of here. Bye.